Welcome everybody to a brand new Splatoon 3 video. Now, you guys might be wondering, this isn't the regular montage videos that we get, and it's Friday. What in the world is going on? Well, I wanted to talk to you guys. I was talking with a friend who's watched a few of my videos, and he's like, I like your videos and all, but I have no idea what you are doing. So, I kind of want to start a series which will be considered a beginner's path to Splatoon 3. It's just going to be a brief overview of what the game is, how to play it, and if you guys enjoy the series, maybe I might make it kind of like how to get better at the game sort of situation. So what is Splatoon 3? Splatoon 3 is a game where you paint the ground, as you can see as I'm doing here, and you move around while swimming through the ink. There are many ways you can move around. You have certain objectives that you're trying to compete, but we're going to talk about the modes of transportation, the different types of weapons that you can do, and very briefly get on the topic of different game modes and maps that, well, not maps, but just game modes you'll be playing. So, modes of transportation. There's obviously walking, jumping, swimming, and then there are three more that are very different. So the first one is called Squid Surge. Squid Surge is when you go up to a wall that you have inked. If you have not inked it, as you can see, I cannot get through here. Even if I'm swimming, I cannot climb it. But I can climb up this wall here. Now, I just did a Squid Surge, and you guys probably didn't even know it. Basically, it's when you're up on the wall, you hold down your jump button for 3 seconds. When you see the eyes glow, I'll show that again. If you look, eyes glow, and then you let go of the jump button, you shoot forward. If you do it when you're right at the top, you get launched higher up in the air, whereas if you are down here, it'll just travel up, and it'll just help you travel up the wall faster. It's especially good if you have what's a blaster, and I'll show you I keep doing that. It's especially good if you have a blaster, say like the Luna Blaster. Luna Blaster, short range explosion. I'll show you. Put yourself here, you jump, oops. And then you just, bam, you hit them. I'm not very good with squid surging and shooting in general, so there's that. Now, that is Squid Surge. Another way you can move around the map is by doing a squid roll. Squid roll is, as you can see, I am moving forward, and I immediately go backwards. The twirling motion that you see there, that is me doing a squid roll. Because before, what people do, they would do that, or they do something like, I think they would do, and then they do that. So that's what they used to do. Now you have a button for that. It's the same thing. So you imagine you're going right. You immediately press left and jump at the same time, and then so it's whatever opposite direction you're going. It's sometimes harder to get it. You don't always get it. So you can do it also moving forward. It's really hard. So you basically have to be going straight. So straight, and then kind of like go off in a diagonal type thing. I'm not the best to explain this. If you ask Joe Tim Super, I'm sure he can. He could tell you what it does. And then there's one other way to move around, and that is with the help of dualies. Dualies is a class of weapons that we will get to as we move on to them. We won't cover weapons today, just because there's so many of them. I think next episode I'm just going to briefly cover weapons, and then we'll do an in-depth video after we get through all of the overviews, so weapons and things like that. So what is a dualie? Basically, it's two guns that fire. As you can see, there's two trails. Okay. Well, it has a unique function. You can squid roll like everybody else, but then you can also do a roll. See there, I can roll, and nobody else can do that. It helps you to give yourself more mobility. I think the reasoning behind it is the fact that there's two weapons and it gives you mobility. So you can chain it as quickly as possible. Each one has its own special speed. We'll talk more about those once we get to that section. That's all the modes of transportation you have. I'm going to briefly talk about the weapons. You have your main weapon, which is what you're going to shoot with 90% of the time. Then you have your sub-weapon, which is usually a bomb. This one sticks to the wall. We'll talk more about those as we come up to them. And the final thing you can use is a special. So if you look in the top right corner, it shows you that I have a special. I have a crab tank. Generally what you want to do is exactly what you think it is. You come up to a higher position, activate it, and you have yourself a literal tank, machine gun, an explosion ball. It's just, that's what the crab tank does. What does the special do? You build it up by inking the floor. So if you look at my meter, keep an eye on that as I'm painting the ground. It's just slowly and slowly going up, but that's because I've already inked so much. Inking over your own turf does not give you points. So, and inking walls do not give you points either. And there we go. See, I got it again. It didn't take super long, but you're going to have to be fighting and doing other things at the same time where it's going to take you longer. Specials are just supposed to give you and your team a small advantage when fighting at the very beginning. That's about all you can do for weapons themselves. I did want to talk a little bit about taking damage. So over here we have a robot that will hit us whenever we fire. We're going to activate him. Now as you can see, he is firing just like I am. He's firing quite quickly. What happens if I walk in his ink? Well, if I just stand here, you can see the corners are being drawn into that color. I'm technically taking damage. Okay, so that's not too good for me. I'm trying to paint over him. That's essentially what you want to do. Now, I'm just going to show you this real quick. Come on. I just need this to go down. Okay, perfect. So, as you can see, by painting over my opponent or the opposing color's ink, I'm getting ink of my own. So, I can get ink that way. Because eventually there will be neutral... I will run out of neutral ink. That's just a fact. Okay. So I can build it up. It's not like going like this is not the most efficient way, but as you can see, I have it again. Now I want to talk to you about something that's already been shown twice, and that's the no ink. So as you can see here, let's use up some of my inks so that way you guys can see it a little bit better. As you can see, I have an ink tank and it's refilling slowly. I just have, oopsie, I can't walk apparently. As you can see, it's slowly refilling. That bar shows how much ink I need to throw a bomb. So some special bombs take more ink, some take less ink. But here's the thing, what happens when you run out, you might ask? Well, not too good. As you can see on the backpack, I'm almost out. It shows you that you're low at ink. I can't fire for long. If I take a pause, like here I'm holding down the button and I can't shoot. You can hear the clacking, clack, 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 nothing. But I wait a few seconds, it regenerates, and I can fire again. But here's the thing. If I just wait, sure, I can get it. I don't know the exact number, but if I go in the ink, I get it so much faster. It's just so much better for myself if I do it like this. So, that is weapons, specials, ink. Oh yes, one last thing I want to show you before we move on to gameplay, and that is the shooter. What happens when you get shot? So as you can see, I'm taking damage. Oh, I got hit more. If you look at my person, I believe you can see me somewhat hit, but I'm recovering, so that's not too bad. Okay, hit me a little bit more. There we go. As you can see, I'm getting covered in the opposing ink. And when I go back into my ink, I am completely clean again. Now, the more damage I take until I explode and die. As you can see, there's green everywhere, and I just instantly die. And as you can see, I lose a lot of my special power. I'll rewind that for you guys, but that is essentially all you need to know for the basics of the game. I'm gonna jump into a turf war match for you guys, and we can kind of like just play through that game mode and see how that goes. Here we are, guys. Mode is turf war. Ink the most turf to win. So it's teams of 4. As you can see, there are many variants of different weapons that you could be playing with. It's about a 3-second respawn every single time you die. I'm going to try to explain the game as much as possible while doing this turf war match. Essentially, as you can see, I'm inking as much. Next to where you guys saw my special power, there is my counter of how much I've painted. So it's pretty 180. You roughly want to get close to 1,000, relatively comfortable. I don't know where they are, so I'm just kind of like shooting randomly, and I'm hoping that they would come out. Okay, guy died. Okay, he killed me because he had the Dapple Dualies. They are the same thing like I am. He can roll and all that. He used special. So as you can see, it's a very fast-paced reactionary game. If you don't get it, it's fine. And the donkey go. More specials, more power-ups. We'll talk about all of these things as the game goes on, but as you can see, we are just trying to ink as much as possible. I'm honestly surprised that they haven't come for me yet. Okay, I want my special. That's all I really... Ah! That's a bomb. So if we look at the map right now, they have complete control of the map. You can jump to your teammates. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to jump to Boulder's in the top here. Now, when you're in the dualies, it is usually smart to roll right after you land because of reasons. Okay, so we gotta watch out. I'm not doing too great. I don't honestly do fantastic whenever I play while recording, just because I'm so bad at this game. So hopefully we could trap them. Oh, okay, you're coming up here? I don't think so. Yeah. So as you can see, there's a lot of thinking involved going on in this game. It can get extremely crazy. Okay. I am really not playing well this game at all. We will talk more as it goes on. I only have 770 points. Go ahead, use it. He has no more ink. After him, boys. He was just trying to collect his ink. How did I not kill this guy? I'm such an idiot. This is why I will never do streams, because I cannot play correctly. Yes, just keep on throwing your bombs. So we are probably not going to win this game, just from what I've seen here. Come on, come on. Yeah. Leave me alone. So that's the end of that game. We probably aren't going to win, but I just wanted to show you guys what a battle turf war. So as you can see, they've inked more turf than we have. So they have 56% of the entire area covered. We have 32. It won't always be up to 100 because there are some areas that you cannot ink. But that's just kind of the overview of what Splatoon 3 is. Next episode, we're going to go briefly over the different types of weapons that you can play with. That is the idea, at least. We'll talk more about abilities and things like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this new series. And let me know if you want me to continue. Have a great day.